Canadian province of Alberta runs its provincial nomination program by the name of Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program, AINP. Under this PNP program, there are various streams which are available. One of the streams is Alberta Opportunity Stream. In today's video, we are going to discuss the details of Alberta Opportunity Stream, so stay tuned for more details. Hi everyone, my name is Hassan Sharik. I practice as a regulated Canadian immigration consultant here in the Canadian city of Mississauga. Through my YouTube channel and Facebook page, I upload videos on topics of Canadian immigration. So do consider subscribing and following so that you're kept well informed on these topics. Your suggestions, feedbacks, and comments are greatly appreciated. So today's video is about Alberta Opportunity Stream. This is one of the three sub-streams or subcategories under AINP, Alberta's PNP program. These three categories are Alberta Opportunity Stream, the Alberta Express Entry Stream, and the Alberta Self-Employed Farmer Stream. Today's video will have details about the first one, which is Alberta Opportunity Stream. The other two, there will be videos about these two streams in coming days, as well as videos about all the subcategories within various PNPs that are on offer right now. For this particular stream, one of the most important requirements is that you must have a valid work permit at the time that you submit your application. It is postmarked, and at the time that your application is assessed by the provincial case officer. So this particular stream is not for people who are outside of Canada, for that matter, who are outside of the province of Alberta. If you're on an implied status, you're not eligible for this particular stream. There are certain other factors of ineligibility, which are if you are a refugee claimant, you're ineligible for this particular stream. If you do not have a valid temporary residence status in Canada, or if you are not working inside the province of Alberta. Let's have a look at the eligibility of occupation. So for Alberta Opportunity Stream, your occupation is considered to be the occupation which you are doing at the time that your AINP application is postmarked. So if you've been working in multiple roles, the particular NOC code in which you are categorized at the time of your Alberta Opportunity Stream application, that will be considered as your current occupation. And you have to stay in the same occupation even at the time once the final assessment on your application is done. Most of the NOC codes from NOC 0 to NOC T are eligible for this particular profession. Keep in mind that if you are a postgraduate work permit holder, somebody who's graduated from an Alberta institution, and you are applying for the Alberta Opportunity Stream, your education and your occupation must be related as well. There are certain occupations which are not eligible for the Alberta Opportunity Stream, and this is a long list. So to have a look at these particular professions, let's move to the computer screen and see all these professions one by one. So to view the list of ineligible occupations under Alberta Opportunity Stream, we are now on Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program's official website, and under the Alberta Opportunity Stream details, we have a list of professions which are ineligible. It's a long list, so I will not really take out all the names. I will share the link. Some of the professions are in front of you. You can have a quick look, just naming a few. Secondary school teachers, elementary school and kindergarten teachers, authors and writers, athletes, home child care providers, taxi and limousine drivers, aquaculture and marine harvest laborers. So I would say it is altogether a list of about 30 to 35 different professions which are ineligible under Alberta Opportunity Stream. If you're a postgraduate work permit holder, there is another list of professions which are ineligible. So on the same page, you will find this link, which is Government of Canada list of high and low wage occupations in province of Alberta. We click this and then we get this list, which is further divided into some professions. Having a brief look, management occupations, so marketing managers, engineering managers, architecture and science managers, corporate sales managers, business and finance. So we have purchasing agent, supervisor and finance, quite a few engineering professions, trade professions, and lastly, occupations, manufacturing, utilities, where we have petroleum, gas, chemical processing, and utilities professions. In-home caregiver positions. These particular professions, again, are ineligible if you are a postgraduate work permit holder. In terms of language requirements, if you are NOC 0A-B, then you are required to have at least CLB 5 in each of the modules. If you're NOC C and D, then you must have a minimum of CLB 4 in each of the modules. Keep in mind, your IELTS score, or for that matter, all the language scores, must not be older than 2 years at the time that you submit your AINP application. There are certain professions like nursing aides where the CLB requirement is actually set at 7. But for most other professions, as I mentioned, NOC 0A-B, it is CLB 5 in all modules, and NOC C and D professions, CLB 4 in each of the modules. Just as there are language requirements and occupation requirements, there are education requirements for this particular stream as well. And these are divided into people who are postgraduate work permit holders who've completed their education in the province of Alberta, or people who are on an employer work permit, on a closed work permit. So for those who are non-PGWP applicants, they must have at least an education level equal to a Canadian high school. There are some changes which are ongoing for this particular program. So previously it was education equivalent to high school in the country of origin of the applicant, but now it has to be equivalent to Canadian high school. For PGWP holders, there are certain other specific requirements. First being that you must have a qualification which is one of approved Alberta educational institution, and there is a certain list of programs that are there, and we'll have a look at the details of those programs through our computer screen. So for postgraduate work permit holders, you must have had your education completed from an approved Alberta institution. And when we say approved Alberta institution, it is an Alberta Advanced Education publicly funded post-secondary institution. This is a long list. On this particular web page, you can click, I'll provide the link, and you can see the list of these institutions. In terms of the degree program, the credential itself, if you started attending that particular Alberta institution before April 1st, 2019, your credential should be one of these few listed, which are graduate level diploma, graduate level certificate, graduate level degree, undergraduate bachelor's degree, diploma program, minimum 2 years in length, and certificate or post-diploma certificate, which must be minimum of 1 year in length. If you started your program in the Alberta institution on or after April the 1st, 2019, your credential must be one of the following, which is post-diploma certificate or post-bac certificate, minimum length 1 year, Diploma program, minimum 2 years in length, undergraduate bachelor's degree, graduate level certificate, or graduate level diploma. In terms of work experience requirements, there are 5 important things to keep in mind. First of all, you must have 12 months of full-time work experience within the province of Alberta in last 18 months. Or you can have 24 months of full-time work experience, which can be counted from within Canada and outside of Canada, and that's has to be within the last 30 months. For postgraduate work permit holders, you must have 6 months of full-time work experience from within the province of Alberta. You cannot claim experience which is gained during your study. And lastly, if your profession is such that it is a licensed or a regulated profession, then at the time that you submit your AINP application under the Alberta Opportunity Stream, at that time you must have your licensing completed. So you cannot be in the process of licensing and apply for the Alberta Opportunity Stream simultaneously. Finally, we have the job offer requirements. Because this is a job offer led program, first, when you submit your AINP application, you must have a valid job offer at that time. Even if you're a postgraduate work permit holder, you require a job offer. This job offer must be from an eligible Alberta employer, Alberta-based employer. It must be for full-time continuous work. It cannot be for a seasonal role, and it has to be for a period of 12 months or more. It has to be for your current occupation. As already mentioned in the beginning of the video, your current occupation will be the one in which you're working at the time of your application submission, so it cannot be different from that. And finally, for postgraduate work permit holders, it has to meet the median wage requirements set out for the province, for the particular occupation that you've nominated. To sum it up, Alberta Opportunity Stream, which is one of the subcategories of AINP, is an application stream and a PNP stream which requires job offer. So this is not a stream which is suitable for applicants who are outside of Canada and looking for PNP options. For that matter, not even for those who are outside of the province of Alberta. But this is a good opportunity for applicants who've completed their study in Canada or specifically in the province of Alberta to use this stream for PNP nominations.